All right, welcome back to our show, guys. Hanging with Hot Rod. This is our NFL recap show where we go over the games that happened over the weekend. We're going to give you the hows and whys on how each team won or lost, and we'll be going over a lot of those details today. Our Pick'em show will be later this week. Most likely we'll drop that tomorrow night, and that's where you're going to get all the picks that can beat the bookies, and that's when the show that if you're going to gamble, that's the one you want to watch also. Once again, I'm Hot Rod. I have my co-host Tim over here on my left and co-host Kenny on my right. Also, during this show, we got a special announcement to bring you guys. Joining our team, we have Shazam. He is going to be our on-the-field reporter. He's going to give us weather updates. He's going to be giving us inside information during the games. Pretty excited to have him on our show with us. So let's go meet Shazam right now, guys.
Shazam! Hot Rod and the boys are here.
Okay, that was Shazam. He's going to give us lots of good info and will be a topic of a lot of conversations, I'm sure. All right, so let's get to you guys ready? You ready to get this rocking and rolling? Our number 2 show?
Yeah, why not?
All right, beautiful, beautiful. All right, first and foremost, I'm going to do a little bragging. My picks last week, my game picks were 6-2. 6-2 with a 2-1 lock of the week. Guys, that's crazy good. If you followed my picks, you should be up on the bookie big. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. I can only give you the picks. You got to follow them. We won't talk about their picks right now, but we'll talk about that Thursday. So that being said, I just had to brag a little bit about that. Let's get into the first game. Thursday night, we had Tennessee versus Jacksonville. Jacksonville won 20-7. They covered and obviously won the game. Tennessee looked, wow. Tennessee did not look good. Did not look good at all. Jacksonville, our quarterback there, the porn star Pikachu porn star with the mustache. He's something.
The nation's coming behind him.
He's something, and I don't think they're going to go very far, but he's a good young quarterback. So, what do you think about your Tennessee Titans there, bud?
Mariota got sacked 9 times against Jacksonville. That's pretty
Sacksonville.
sad. He's been sacked 17 times on the season so far. It's going to be huge when Taylor Lewin comes back from his suspension, and they need to put Nate Davis in. They drafted. He's the tackle for the other side. He's 6'5", 230 or something like that, and they drafted him in the 3rd round. Why wouldn't you be playing him right now? When you have this many sacks right off the bat.
You can tell who's a Tennessee fan. He knows everything about them. I mean, those guys, I don't even know who they are, but that's he's got info on Tennessee.
And Jalen Ramsey had to play, of course. Now he's all of a sudden sick.
He's called in sick this week. He's not going to practice. He wants to be traded. He's demanding a trade, and now he's calling in sick.
What do you guys think about the fact that the Jags want 2 first-rounders for him?
2 first-rounders for Jalen Ramsey? I don't think I'd give that. Would you give 2 first-rounders?
That seems a lot.
I mean, he's good.
That's expensive.
He is good, but that's no way. No way. I mean, of course, my Steelers just gave up a first-rounder for Minka.
Well, yeah, we'll get into
we'll get into the Steelers because Minka came to play. Minka came to play. All right, so we don't got a lot to say in the Tennessee Jag game because, honestly, there's not much to say about either team. No one cares. All right, so the game that really jumped out at us beginning of the week, the Baltimore-KC game. And I think it lived up to the hype. They went back and forth. KC, I got to say this about KC. They're missing their best receiver, Hill. Their starting running back was out. I know they got McCoy. He's definitely a good running back. But how many weapons can a team have? If they get those 2 starters back,
just more about Mahomes.
Yeah, it's not even a fact of weapons. Mahomes is a monster.
Mahomes he is. Is he real? Is he like a video game?
He's real. Kansas City scored at least 25 points in each of his 22 starts. So yeah, he's real.
Think about that stat. That's crazy. This kid's gonna break.
That's a lot of points.
If he stays healthy, he's gonna break every record there ever was.
He's probably getting a second MVP this year.
Now I know
keeps up what he's doing.
Yeah, because I'm a Steeler fan, I'm gonna diss on Baltimore, but that's what I do. I'm still not sold on their quarterback. I think he's a running back. I think he beat up on Miami, which everybody's seen. That's real hard to do. And I'm not sold on him. And Steelers play him in a couple weeks, and we'll really see what happens. I mean, that's I know. Listen, I'm going to stick with the Steelers right now. But it's not.
They hung in there with the Chiefs.
They did. They hung in with the Chiefs, but you know what? The Chiefs' the defense could be a problem for the Chiefs. Could be a problem as the upcoming weeks go on. All right, so we're going to go to a local team here, Buffalo Bills, which everybody loves around here. The Bills. Cincy versus Buffalo. Cincy gave them a scare at the end. Cincy covered. Buffalo got the win. You know, it's an impressive win for Buffalo. They're 3-0 now. They get their home win. They got the big one coming next week, which will be on everybody's radar. It'll be New England and Buffalo. In Buffalo,
I think in Buffalo though.
That's a good game. I don't disagree. I think that's got some. I think that's got some possibility of it being a very good
Buffalo
game.
Can do this.
I hope. Listen, any team that can beat the Patriots makes me happy.
You have to score against the Patriots. They haven't given up a touchdown.
So you know what? Let's give a little hope to Buffalo beating the Patriots because we all hate them. Everyone out there, we all do. We know that.
Buffalo, you got to score against the Pats defense.
Oh, and I apologize. We are without our cameraman Johnny, so we're like one man down doing this show. But the show must go on. Johnny will be back. He's not sick or anything. He just did no show tonight.
Busy.
Yeah, he's busy. All right. So that being said, we miss you, Johnny.
How about the fact that though Brady is 15 away from Peyton's record
on TDs?
Is he going to do it by the end of the year?
Of course,
obviously.
What
week do you think he's going to do it?
So he goes about 2 touchdowns a game. I hate saying it, but probably week 12.
Oh.
Week 12.
Really?
Well, 2 touchdowns a game. We're 7, 8, 9 games away.
There's also the possibility he goes down and doesn't.
Listen, we pray. We pray. At least I do. I'm ready for Brady to be out of the league. He's got to go. He can go do commercials with his, I don't know.
Nothing life-ending, just career-ending.
I'd take either. Sorry, that's just the way I feel. All right, on to the next one. We're going to go the Dolphins. Oh, my goodness. Dolphins, Dallas. Dallas covered. It's 31-6. I'm not sold on the Cowboys either. They're 3-0, but they haven't beat anybody really great. And we're going to see. They're meat of their schedule. They're going to get some hard games coming up in a little bit. They got New Orleans this week. Without Breeze, but
that should be going.
I might be. It might be a tough one. I think Dallas is going to get tested in that game. Miami, guys, what can you say about Miami?
The Dolphins have been outscored 133-16. That's the most points anyone's given.
Cheers!
In 3 weeks.
Cheers to Miami D.
How
much help do they need?
Are they the worst?
I think they got to be the worst.
Thank God for Miami because I'm well alive in my eliminator.
My eliminator pool. That'll be the pick of the year. Anybody playing Miami, take them in the survivor pool, and you're good to go until they.
I'm not going to say that they're eventually going to decide that they're going to flop, but they're probably.
I mean. They're giving away the.
Who do you think gets paid first in Dallas of the 3 guys waiting for a contract right now? Dak, Cooper, or Jason Garrett?
Dak.
The Bears. No, Dak.
He does have a 74.5% completion, which
he's playing. He's doing well, and
I was surprised to even see that today.
I know. Yeah, he's. They're doing well, and the defense. Dallas's defense. I will say this, even though they haven't played anybody. Dallas's defense is for real. They keep them in games, and you got one of the best running backs. You can't argue that. I don't. I don't like Dallas.
Great offensive line.
They do. I mean, the thing you say about Dallas is they should go farther each year. They something happens that gets in their way, and they do something stupid every year. And it's just a matter of time before they do it again, in my opinion. It's just what happens. All right, so then we had the Broncos against the Packers. The Packers won 27-16, so the Packers covered and also won. The Packers, in my opinion, are a scary team this year because, well, whenever you have Aaron Rodgers, you're in the game, but their defense is playing, and if their defense plays well, good luck. Good luck against that team, in my opinion.
Still undefeated.
Yep, and that division, though, you go down that division, Minnesota, Detroit, Bears, Packers. All of them winning records. All of them playing decent. I mean, and the Lions, though, but they just, we'll get to it in a minute, but they just beat the Eagles. I mean, are the Lions for real? That's a team out of nowhere.
I don't think so.
I'm not sold on them either. But that's okay. We're jumping games. Don't mean to do that. So Aaron Rodgers is always for real. He looks healthy. He looks happy.
That offense is getting better week after week.
Yes.
Once they start really clicking, it might be scary.
If the defense, because if the defense is playing well,
that defense keeps playing like they are, they're going to be a team.
That's a team. That's a team.
Team to beat.
All right, here's another one of my games that I won on. Atlanta Colts. The Colts won 27-24. Colts really had this game pretty much in control most of the game. I don't think Atlanta really was until the end. I think they put a score in late, if I'm wrong on that. But I think the Colts had this game pretty much locked up. The Colts can play. Andrew Luck's out, and the rest of the team has stepped up. That happens a lot, though.
Well, they had a great team.
Yeah, you're right. No, it's always not about
capable.
Yeah, and he is. He came from the Patriots, so I'm not going to give him any credit, but he came from the Patriots, so he's not a.
Vinatieri's back, though. I mean, after missing a ton of kicks in the first two.
Which is, where was he when he was at the
And those fans still supported him.
Couldn't he have missed those field goals when he was the Patriots? Just a couple?
Right.
They'd only have 2 Super Bowl wins. Oh, he got to be 50.
Oh, he's old.
46 or something like that?
He is pretty old. He did miss some ungodly
He missed 5 of his first 8 kicks. 3 of them were extra points.
That's yeah.
Those are chip shots.
Yeah.
Even though they moved them back, they're still chip shots.
No, you're right. So, I mean, I don't see the Colts doing anything spectacular, but they're a decent team. I wouldn't want to play them. They're going to be a tough out whenever they play somebody. All right, so the next game we got up was the Oakland-Minnesota game. Minnesota handled them pretty easily, 34-14. So Minnesota not only covered, but they won the game, obviously. Minnesota, to me, is like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. They could look
home game, solid defense, and a great running game. They just took control.
Yeah, they do, but
Kirk's is just putting the team on his back this year.
That is just 100%. The running back is ridiculously good. He stays healthy. They are a dangerous team.
Everybody else, you're not really sure who's going to show up, but he's showing up every single week.
But they just need to be able to. They need to be able to. They go away sometimes, and it's like what just happened? What's up with this team? And but they're Kirk Cousins is a question mark.
He's an X factor.
He is a question. He is 100% question mark. Good point, Kenny. All right, Jets, Patriots. This was the Trump pick. He picked the Jets, and the Jets covered. Controversial? Well, he won. In any case, 30-14. The Pats were in control the whole game. The Jets had 2 late touchdowns, which we still don't know how that happened. But they scored. It was 30-0 the whole game. All of a sudden, I saw 30-14 final. I'm like, wow, look at that.
But they weren't offensive touchdowns.
Yeah, they weren't scored on.
The Patriots' defense has not given up a touchdown yet this year.
Yeah, that's scary.
They've given up 3 points.
That's scary. That needs to change.
And kudos to Miami. Miami scored those 3 points.
Yes, that is true. Okay, and well, that is kind of wild. Any case, actually, you're thinking of my Steelers, but that's fine. Any case, the Pats, they don't play anybody. I was looking at their schedule. They really don't play anybody until week 8. They could theoretically just...
They have an easy run.
They have an easy run at being undefeated, which I'm just sick to my stomach over. And I don't want to talk about the Pats. Go watch another show if you want to talk about the Pats. I don't like them. I'm sick. I'm going to have a drink. All right. Sorry. All right, on to the next one.
Who are you saying sorry to?
The audience. The 7 people watching. There's 7 people watching right now, Kenny. Be respectful to the 7 people. All right. So, Lions, Eagles. This one was a strange one to me. The Lions covered 27-24. They won. They beat them, which was unbelievable. There's a lot of injuries going on at the Eagles right now. A lot of injuries.
Sean Jackson.
Yeah, and they had opportunities, and I saw they were dropping passes left and right a lot. Aguilar had a lot. Speaking of which, did you guys see? There was a news report out of Philly. There was a fire. This is a serious thing. There was a fire, and they had to throw babies out the window. I'm not kidding. A guy.
Wait, what?
No, a guy caught 2 or 3 babies out the window, and they were
spiral.
No, this is not a joke. You got to go look this up. he's being interviewed by the news reporters about this, right? They said the guy goes, "Yeah, they had to throw babies out. I had to catch them," and he dissed on Aguilar. He goes, "At least I caught the babies, unlike Aguilar, who would have probably dropped them." And now Aguilar is giving him tickets to the game. You gotta look this up. You can't make this stuff up.
I did see.
You can't
I
make
didn't
this
read
up.
the story, but I did see.
It is hysterical. You watch the video. The guy it's great. He goes, "At least I caught him, unlike Aguilar."
Catch one for him.
I think they're gonna.
It's brutal, but it's funny.
It is funny. They're gonna sign him. I think that's the next thing that's gonna happen. All right. So that being said, we're on to Carolina, Arizona. Cam Newton didn't play. The rookie QB. 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns.
Kyle
Wow.
Allen.
Wow.
I want to say
Flash in the pan, but I don't know. He looked real.
Stream of the week. I picked him up in fantasy
Oh, good
because
pickup.
I have Cam, so I picked him up and put him in.
Very good
4
pickup.
touchdowns.
Very good pickup.
2 to Greg Olsen.
And there's going to be Arizona. Kyler Murray. He's going to be a very good quarterback, but he's going to go through the bumps and bruises.
Arizona's defense isn't there.
That Carolina's defense is pretty good too.
That's it. Yeah. And the news coming out of Carolina camp, he is out for at least 4 or 5 more weeks. That's the newest news. I have a suspicion of why he's out, but I don't know if we should get into it. My insiders.
But you're the pro on it. So.
I'm not really the pro. I could be. But, last week I had mentioned his dressing. And
you watch enough of the shows.
I do watch a lot of those shows, but these people out there don't understand what we're talking about right now. But I think he's going through a few things. We'll get into that next week, and I'll talk more about it. But there's an issue going on with Cam.
His wardrobe from last week.
Yeah, his wardrobe was not good. All right, so we'll leave that there. We're going to go to the Giants and Bucks. Another rookie QB.
What a game. That was crazy.
Wow.
What?
I was happy to see the Giants win, and I'm not even a Giants fan. It was kind of fun to see see the QB play well. Giants.
I'm still not going to rescind my statement on Daniel Jones, but
Danny Dimes.
No.
Danny Dimes.
Danny can't take care of the football.
Oh, what happened? All right, Danny Dimes. I just noticed it. Sorry.
Danny can't take care of the football.
Well, you know what?
Fumble City.
He does drop the ball.
He's confident in the pocket, but holy crap, does he lose the ball?
Yeah. I will say this though, even though he's losing the ball, bye Eli.
And then what about that Bucks coach at the end taking
Bye-bye.
Yeah, you don't know that, but
Somebody will pick him. Someone.
How about that Bucks coach at the end of the game taking the delay of game penalty because he said his guy was better from long distance?
Yeah, that made no sense.
What?
That made no sense. That was a weird.
You're lined up, ready to kick. And I'm going to
go back.
Game.
Yeah, we're going to go back.
We're going to back it up 5 yards.
That makes sense.
And then miss the game-winning field goal.
That makes all the sense in the world.
Why would you do that?
That really happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one thing I was listening to the radio at that point, but I was like,
That
what
happened.
the hell?
Yeah, well, that's all right. Yeah, no, I'm not shitting. That happened. All right, let's go to the Houston Los Angeles Chargers game. I think both these teams are excellent teams. It was a hard-fought game, in my opinion. I just,
Chargers have now lost 2 straight.
The Chargers have lost 2 straight, but I think they're going to rebound.
Is it time for them to deal with Melvin Gordon?
Wow. Very good point. That was not on my radar, but you're right. They do. The rushing isn't horrible, but they are stacking.
I want to say they only ran for 50 or 67 yards.
Very good stat.
This
Very
past
good
week.
stat. No, they need
It was something around there. I know it was like lower than 75 yards.
No, they need him back because as much as you don't,
They do.
I hate these
'cause
players
also,
sitting out.
Eckler's coming in well, but
He's not Melvin.
he's not
Gordon.
going to last 16 weeks.
But he's not Melvin Gordon.
He's not going to be the guy for 16 weeks running that offense.
No,
No way.
I didn't even think about that. That's a very good point. They
Is
need
it time
him.
for them to actually pay up? And
They need him if they want to make a run.
They want to be serious.
Yeah, that's it. If they want to be serious, so in that game, Houston won 27-20. They had a shot near the end to tie it up, but Rivers just couldn't make a connection. Keenan Allen played a huge game again. That guy's a stud. On to a game that I don't really want to talk about. It makes me sad, but we will. All right, we'll do a shot. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can you say 13-3?
that reminds me. I looked up a stat. You made a claim last week, and has never been a team that started 0-3 that finished 14-2. So
you can't.
That's going to be a tough pick to come out with.
Yeah, I can't argue with those. That math does work.
So, yeah, Rudolph takes over for Ben.
He did.
On the 15th anniversary of the day that Ben took over for Tommy Maddox.
You are 100% correct. Week. Tim told me he had a stat today that I didn't know about Pittsburgh, and I said he's full of crap. I read that
this morning, and I kept it from you all day.
You knew something about Pittsburgh I didn't. But I did know that Ben...
The week of the 15th anniversary.
Well, then James Conner, I always call them both. He should be ashamed of himself for fumbling because the Steelers would have won the game if he didn't fumble at the end.
If you get 5 takeaways... You assume you would think
5 turnovers.
Yeah,
the defense had 5 takeaways. You would assume you're winning the game.
The offense looked so bad the first half, and then they come out the second half, and he throws 2 bombs, and it's like
he had the other stat that I saw was he had, I think, 3 passes that were for more than 2 yards down the field.
Yeah.
Everything was a dinky dunk.
Yeah, they were there putting kid gloves on him. They didn't want him to get in trouble. They wanted it, which is the worst thing you can do. He's not that. Yeah. He's not that type of quarterback. He throws it deep. He's got the receivers to do it. I think this week, I don't want to give you too much of a preview of our next show, but Pitt's going to be on my lock of the year picks. In any case, just a little hint to watch the next show. Shocker. Yeah, it is a shocker.
However. Great debut for Minka.
Oh, geez, how did I almost forget Minka? Minka comes in. He comes in with an interception
and a forced fumble.
This is one of the first plays. He has an interception. Then he has a forced fumble. He fits right in beautiful. I think the defense is getting better and better, and as they work together, they got to stop the run.
He'll probably turn out to be worth it. That first round pick.
I hope so, but he's got it. They got. In all honesty, the Steelers have to stop the run. We need to get back to smash mouth football, ugly football, where we go 3 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards, and just keep getting first downs and just run the clock out. That's Steeler football, and that's what we need. We need to be ugly again, and that's what we're going to do. All right, hopefully. In any case, next game, New Orleans versus Seattle. Sorry, Kenny. Kenny's a big Seattle fan, for those of you who don't know. New Orleans jumped out on top of these guys like it was 21. It was like I swear it's like 21-0. It was you were busy. They jumped on them early, and it was like wow. They had a punt return, and I think they had a return, a defensive return, a fumble return.
What the hell is going on with Chris Carson? Why is he fumbling every single week?
He is a fumbler.
He's the new Tiki Barber.
Yeah, they
better knock it off.
He better not. You heard it from here. Kenny says knock it off. When he talks, people listen. It's not going to work. Not going to work. But, no Breeze this week. Teddy Bridgewater, he didn't do a whole lot, but he played average. And he did enough to win. And in this league, a win's a win. You pile them up wherever you can. Seattle's still not in the bat. I mean,
defense is suspect. A little concerned.
All right. Well,
their coach can't catch a ball.
Oh, did you see that? He got the linebacker.
Right in the face.
He caught during the pregame.
In the face.
You got to look that up too, people. The linebacker for Seattle.
I don't know if football could be so
the video from that
is hysterical. Threw the ball. The coach was running across the field, hits him right in the nose. Splits his nose open. He's got stitches up and down his nose. How old was he? 70?
He's close to 70.
I'm surprised he didn't kill him. It could have had a really bad outcome right there.
You should have seen the football.
The football was just all right, but go check that video out. It's kind of funny, actually. I don't wish him to be hurt. Pete Carroll's a good guy. I'm still a little angry with him for a few years ago deciding to pass the ball on the 2-yard line instead of hand the ball off to the beast mode to win against New England. A whole other subject. We go on and on and
Let's
on.
not talk about that, Jim Bob.
All right, Jim.
Interception.
We're right. We're going on to the next one. We got the Rams versus the Browns. It actually was a pretty entertaining game. I have to give the Browns credit. I don't want to, but I'm going to. They played pretty well at home.
The Browns.
You both picked the Browns again?
No, I was the only one that picked the Browns, and I thought they had it. I thought I had both of you.
Oh,
you took the Rams.
I did. You took the Rams too. Yeah, so that was a win. I just can't find a loser on the board here. Every game we go to is a win. I mean,
that game was extremely close.
I picked the Rams. It was very close. I
do remember one point in the fourth quarter, the Browns on a 4th and 8 went for it and ran a draw play. What
That
the
was awesome.
hell are you
I
doing?
love that. That was awesome.
Stupid with balls.
Stupid with balls. The one-liners just keep coming, folks. You just can't. You never know when they're going to hit. You have to be watching. So that was cheers. I'm not speechless very often, but he gets me.
Stupid but ballsy. All right. Anyway.
All right. So the Rams definitely covered the Rams. But get back to the Browns. They're at home. I think they're going to be a very tough out on the road. Oh,
they're going to be a better team than they looked like.
One of the things watching Mayfield, they said if he got the ball out within 2.3 seconds or whatever it was, he was like 11 for 12. Passer rating was unbelievable. Anytime he held it for more than 2 seconds, it was incomplete and just bad news.
His problem is he panics, even though a pocket is there. He panics and gets out.
I think his
feels
feet.
Any pressure.
Arnold also was instantly penetrating.
Well, anytime you got him
there
coming at you,
were still times where the pocket was still forming and he just abandoned it before it could even form.
But I think what they're saying is like you drop back and you hit that first read, he's good. Boom.
And I thought Baker was better on the run than he apparently is.
Oklahoma, he's
not looked very well.
No, because the NFL, there's nobody in college. Everyone's open. In the pros, no one's open, and you think you got to throw them open. And so it's a whole different ballgame. All right. Good point. Not bad point. That was a good one. I'll give myself points on that one. All right. The money, and then the last game, another one I got right. Unbelievable. Can you believe another one on this board that I got right? I mean, it's crazy. Bears versus Washington. Again, another one of these games that could have went the other way very easily. Washington at the end started coming back.
Pretty much the story of that game. Interception.
When he tried to go for the first down.
Oh, that was great.
That was he got the goal line, so he's going to hold on to that ball.
He really thought he was on the goal line going for it.
You got Adrian Peterson right there.
And he's sitting on the bench.
No, he was in the backfield, but they didn't give him the ball.
Yeah. No, they just ran a QB sneak and
fumble.
Fumble! Whoops!
Then they're within one score with 5 minutes left, or whatever it was. 6,
on
7.
the goal line, that works, but you got to hang on to the ball for a first time.
And so the Bears' defense is definitely solid. Khalil Mack is ridiculous.
Mack is.
He's like the best player. He's just ridiculous. Yeah, that's true. He's unbelievable. It's the offense. The offense is now Gabriel though, concussion. I'm not sure how long he's out. He had 3 TDs, so we don't know how long he's out for. Trubisky seems to be not playing up to his potential. He threw a horrible pick on
A-Rob at all.
No, not a lot. The first game, I have him in fantasy, and the first game he gave me some points. He had like 100 yards, but he hasn't done anything since. So I'm not.
Like last year,
but he had a very, very bad interception where this game would have been not even a fade. It would have been done. It would have been. They're up 28. And he threw an interception on the goal line. Then Washington came and scored a couple times. Then it was like, oh, this could be a game. But they're at the 1 yard line. You just hand the damn ball off.
Norman got it.
It sort of reminds me of Super Bowl with Patriots in Seattle. Don't throw the ball at the goal line. Run it.
I don't want to talk about that.
Again, he's correct. So
they could have made a comeback though.
They
made it exciting.
They had time. They
did
had
make
absolute time.
For as bad of a game as it was at halftime, they made it exciting at the end.
So, guys.
Also, two little notable things from this week.
All right.
There were 20 quarterbacks this week that started that were aged 26 years old or younger.
We have a new league.
That's
people.
The most ever in the Super Bowl era.
We do have a change in the guard. We really do.
There's a lot of young QBs playing right now.
And
some of it's because
the game is changing too.
You're right, but
some of it's because guys are getting hurt, like big names like Foles and Ben
Breeze.
Yeah, those guys are
Brady.
getting hurt.
Oh, that was a wish. That was a wish. Not yet. I'm wishing.
I don't know if their backup's under 26 yet. I don't know who the Patriots backup is.
Hoyer
this year.
I think they brought Hoyer on.
I don't think he's under 26.
No, he's definitely under 26. He's been on for a while. All right, that's a stat. So, I mean, the changing of the guard is happening, which is good. That's good for the NFL.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It is. It's
Then the other one is 3 teams that missed the playoffs last year are 3-0.
All right, let's see if we can guess them.
Packers, Lions.
The Lions are
Niners.
2-0-1. They're not 3-0.
Oh, shit. Packers?
The Packers, yes.
Niners,
yes.
I got it.
Broncos.
No, we're right here. Let's go, Buffalo.
Bills.
Let's go, Buffalo. That's got to be it, right? Buffalo?
Bills.
The
Packers,
Bills.
Niners, Bills.
Wow, that's a good
All
stat.
three
Good
missed
stat.
the playoffs last year. They're 3-0.
Tim coming up with some stats. Like it. I like it. Any case, guys, cheers. We hope you liked our show. You know, we try to give you some info. We try to make it a little fun. We try to do, you know, we're having a good time here. I want to thank everyone for watching. My son, Andrew, I want to give a little shout out to Andrew. He says, hit the like button, you fuckers. Also, we'll be making our picks for the Hanging on Hot Rod, the Pick'em show. That'll be coming up tomorrow, and we'll be downloading it. So at the latest, it'll be Thursday. That being said, thanks for watching. Tune in again. We're done.